I thought to myself, if I die in my olden days, how much money would I want to have, you know?
I guess like now kind of going into like your journey, with like the media, the Forbes and everything else, like what was that experience like? And then I guess like also translating it to today, yeah. Karena kan right now we live in a media age. I mean, social media is everywhere. And then jadi kayak, to see how much it's grown the past few years, and especially di Indonesia kan juga everything is going digital. It's like you can see what's happening across the world, like what people are doing. And then jadi there's all these like different, like in a way it's kind of a very social environment and throughout not just Indonesia tapi globally. And so of course like with that also comes a lot of pressure, I guess, in terms of for people that before we talked about comparing yourself to other people, we talked a bit about maintaining identity and trying to go through that. Tapi in your experience, Tanta, like, and then maybe before until now juga, have you experienced that kind of pressure in your life? And then if so, how do you maintain your values, and then especially like the things that you need to do even throughout like all that pressure? Because I'm sure in media company kan pasti juga there's gonna be a lot of spotlight on you too, right? So like how did you maintain that? What was the experience like, Tanta?
Yeah, I think the pressures and the pressures and challenges of social media, for example, I think have impacted all of us, not only me but also you and you. And I think each of us have individual strategy on how to face those challenges, right? I would also like to ask you, actually, it must be so confusing for the young people now to, not only, again, difficulties and challenges in life now, and then plus the social media aspects. As for me, because I'm from media side, social media is actually my friends, right? In my media, both Tatler and Forbes, we have social media. We have Instagram, Facebook, and we use those platforms to not only communicate our ideas, but also to work collaborate together with companies, right? So for us, for me, social media is actually a friend, a platform for me to also try to get my messages across. So not so much a daunting platform, but actually part of what I do on a daily basis. Yeah.
Would you say it's like a just an amplifier? So, if you are genuinely
Exactly.
authentic to yourself, then it would help you express yourself. But the
That's
moment like you try to be someone else or feel pressure to, yeah, just basically show that you're someone you're not, then it'll
Yeah.
amplify that too.
No, that's really interesting. That's really interesting because then what you're talking about is basically because you're staying so true to identity and you believe in yourself, and then you're not afraid to show that. It's like that becomes like kind of your image. And you're like, ya udah, kayak nggak apa-apa. You want to put a spot on me, like I'm gonna shine through it because like I know myself. I know what I'm gonna showcase. I have nothing to hide essentially. And that's pretty much is that what happened. And then you have that kind of mindset where it's like, yeah, everything's gonna be a gain if you're gonna put the spotlight on me just because it's like I have nothing else to hide. I stay true to myself, and then that's basically like what's going to be expressed
yes,
throughout.
that's true. Yeah.
Wow, that's really
Hmm.
interesting. See, that's really interesting. And okay, I think that just gives a different perspective on like social media, because like right now, and especially we're trying to put it like kind of on a highlight reel in a way of your life. Just like, oh, yeah, I'm doing this great thing, I'm doing that great thing. Tapi kayak is someone else doing that great thing, and then do I have to try to bump up my standard up to them?
Yeah, don't.
Tapi maybe shift the
Yeah.
perspective. Yeah, which is like using the platform as a way to inspire people, as a way to project like things that you want to share. Tapi in a way that's positive and in a way that's going to be healthy kan daripada trying to like put someone down or like trying to boost your confidence to other people. Jadi the fact that I think you've done that with your media, and then the fact that you've been able to build that up, I mean that's really cool. Yeah. What do you think, Sean? Any
No,
thoughts on
because
that?
you are unique, right? There
Yeah.
is no other Abiasa Kamdani, and there is no other Sean Chahaya. You are you. So if you let's say present yourself to the world, you should be confident because there are no two you. there
Mm,
there is only one of you each, and you are unique. So I always remember that there is no other Millie anyway. So this is me. Yeah, of course I will be different than A and B, of course, because there is no other, no two of A and B. Everybody is unique, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Right.
think that's what derives probably from my confidence to be myself. Yeah.
Yeah. There's also there's a piece of it that I think is just like, everybody's their own unique self, right?
Yeah.
But you could be shy, right? Which is, I think, kind of fall in that camp where it's like you're unapologetically yourself, right? You just you're happy to just kind of show who you are to the world, and whatever crap comes your way, it's like, so be it, right? With myself, it's like I feel like, you know from what you just elaborated on, it exposes a part of myself that's like, oh, maybe I am not 100% confident in myself. Like maybe there is something that I'm still trying to work on, even though I tend to feel that I'm confident in myself. But it's like, why wouldn't I berani to, like, post more on Instagram, or like be more active on social media, right? I think there's a bit of shyness there. So I think that's, you help me see that in some way. So inspiring,
I'm glad.
inspiring stuff.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah. Remember, you are unique. There is no
Yeah.
other Sean Chahaya, only one. And
Right.
if when you communicate yourself, and there are other people who judge you, then they are
Mhm.
not your friends, right?
Yeah.
Then you are friends with those who can understand you and who support you, or at least indifferent about you. Indifferent is also
Right.
indifferent
Yeah.
is okay. But if they are your haters, then dia dari nowadays in social media ada termnya namanya haters. Haters, yeah. So you
With an
don't want
eight,
to
Yeah.
right?
befriend them anyway. You don't want to befriend them anyway, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Exactly. And you can flip that on its head too. Like, because you're broadcasting on social media, you'll find your lovers,
Yes,
right? People
Yeah. So in a way,
who
it's
exactly.
positive
like
either
you.
way. Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly. And you can
Oh.
never win all, right? There will be your opponents, there will be your proponents, there is those who support you. So don't don't care about all them, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
And then I guess like when it comes down to, okay, and there's like the mentality that we have to knock ourselves to other people, like become the first you, as you are the first you, and then stay to that mentality. Tapi I'm sure there must be situations, or maybe there's not yet. Tapi maybe in terms of throughout your life, moments where you may feel like, oh yeah, I kind of want to be like that, or like, yeah, I'm trying to start to lose a bit my confidence, but in terms of my identity. Has there been moments like that for you, Tante Millie? And then if so, like, what did you tell yourself to talk yourself out of that? I'm sure like, with everything kind of changing, I think that definitely with the media, and then with the kind of society, there must be some sort of shifts that we also have to have in our mindset to maintain that core. Terus buat Tante, how was that experience like for you? Was there moments, or like, was there times where you kind of felt that way, but then you told yourself something else in order to kind of get back on track with it?
Oh, okay. Maybe growing up, of course, when we were young, we always thought about, should I go left or should I go right, or should I follow this path or should I follow that path? And that is daunting. I have to. I know your struggles as the young people.
Mm.
But I must say, maybe when I was young, again, because I always thought there will always be people who don't like me and people who actually indifferent about me, and there is those who love me. So why do I have to spend my energy thinking about that? I, like I said, since very young, I have a roadmap, and I would like to also advise you to sit down, be quiet, spend time with yourself, and then draw a roadmap
Yeah.
of vision of your life for the next 5 years at least. And
Mhm.
then you revisit that roadmap every now and then you must improve upon it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can give us an advice, when I was younger, I made that roadmap. I thought to myself, if I die in my olden days, how much money would I want to have, when I'm old, to be able for me to retire comfortably? How much? Because I don't want too little, then I cannot eat,
Yeah.
and I don't want too much because then I'm hoarding. I'm hoarding money. So I read in Fortune 500 at that time, they said if you have 1 million US dollars in cash and stocks, bonds, and property, then you're all set. So I thought, okay, I want to have 1 million US dollars. Yeah, that was my strategy. But you know what? 5 years later, Fortune said 1 million is not enough.
Inflation.
1 million is not enough. You have to have 5 million. 5
Yeah.
million to be able to live comfortably. Yeah.
Wow.
So I have to adjust my roadmap at that time. 5 million US dollar it is. And
Yeah.
then I asked myself, if I am able to get 5 million US dollars, what do I do? Should I stop working, or should I get 6 million, 7 million, 8 million, and so on? So at that time, I decided if I am lucky enough to have 5 million US in terms of property, stocks, bonds, cash, then I will set up foundations.
Wow.
I
Wow.
will set up foundations. I will pour the 5.1 million, I mean the exceeding of 5
Yeah.
million. So 5 million I set aside for myself. And then I will set up foundations and then give back to others. So
Yeah.
I don't have a vision of becoming conglomeration. You know, it's a decision,
Right.
it's a life decision,
And
right?
that's how you kind of like stay away from the social pressure, right? Of
Yes,
trying to make as much money as you can. You just make the decision beforehand,
yes,
so that you're not swayed by it.
yes, no, yeah. So many of my
That's
friends,
awesome.
they are conglomerates, and I'm happy because it's okay. It's a life choice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You set aside for yourself, and then on top of that, you have to give back to others. You build school. So I built schools. I built online schools. I have startups as well, just to help the young people.
You seem untouchable, Nanda.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, I'm just staying true north. Staying true to
Right.
myself. Yeah.